Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Been a minute, but if you're not, I've been still working on things. So we started a test off with hardest shell versus Meguiar's and rapid ceramic paint sealant. Put that back there. The initial results performance got a little off on the wrong foot. It seemed like there was some application bonding issues. It was colder at that time. It was back in March, about 4 months ago. So I think there were some issues with the curing or the application. I know Meguiar's is very picky about its application, but maybe something happened between there. And then I tried to reapply the two sections and it ended up messing up one of the sections next to them just because I was polishing it. So the hood's gone for 4 months, sort of untouched, and I haven't done any updates with it because I wasn't sure if it was even working. But I did wash it this last week, I think about a week ago, and I did film that. So this will be like the 4-month update. It's only been hand washed. It hasn't done any touches or anything, but I haven't washed it that often. It's gone through a very hot summer with a ton of pollen and sap, sort of a little bird or they call it bee poop or something like that stuff lying around. So it's definitely had some heat, and that is why I've restarted this, because I've got a hot garage and I don't have to worry about temperatures and application issues this time. So let's start by going over the wash from the previous test up until last week, about 4 months in, just under 4 months. And see how it looks, and then we'll talk about where we're going to go from there. Okay, so you can see dirty hood, initial water behavior, everything looks okay. Not spectacular in the middle or on the right side a little bit. It's better than it was in the wintertime just because it's warmer, the water's going to move a little quicker. And of course sea quartz light is pretty much flawless, and even the new finish graphene is holding up really well, which is sort of mirrors my experience in the past. But you can see the flooding shower, and there'll be the mist setting, so you can see how all the versions of water behavior look. And then we will cut to a panel that's already been washed for the rinse off, and then there'll be one more shot here with the after doing a wipe down, dry off, and then a re-wet to see if there was residue difference. So you can see only product to push off the soap was quartz light. It's almost as good as day one, probably as good as day one if you took 2 seconds to do a little bit of extra deep clean with like a mineral remover or something like that. There is some iron fall, it does build up over time. The hood was a little rougher than when I started, but not too bad. But you can see with a little more rinsing, things start to come back. Meguiar's came back pretty good. It was looking a little more dead than that previously. New finish and quartz light are probably first. Quartz light first, new finish second. Honestly, I'm pretty impressed with the rapid ceramic. You can't see it, but on the edge of the hood, it's really quick. But it did get some cross-contamination when I reset the Meguiar's section there. The tape lines in the polisher didn't quite match up with where it was before. That's why it's really weak down at the bottom. But it is stronger at the top, so who knows. But now you'll see it's been wiped down, and now you'll see probably as good as it's going to get for water behavior after this, doing a wipe down. It does bring it back a little bit, but not too much. But you can see the Meguiar's is a slow spot. There's a bit of slow sections, slow blotches on the Cerakote, but otherwise it is moving the water, so it is still lasting. That's up to 4 months, which isn't bad. It's really easy to apply and it's not expensive. But you can see quartz light. Nobody on this hood's gonna touch it. New finish will probably get closest, but as you can see, this is why I wanted to redo it. The section in the middle, the hardest shell, something didn't go right. Something either wrong with the bottle, maybe something happened in shipping. I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers, but I talked with Jimbo. He refunded me, sent me the new one free. I have no bad things to say about the guy for that level of customer service. That's fantastic. So that's sort of where we're at. Now we're going to go into the application of the new guys, and I'll just keep narrating right through. But you can see with the mist setting, you know, Quartz Light and the new finish are definitely 1-2. Probably give Cerakote 3, followed by Meguiar's, followed by obviously Hard Shell. But yeah, it was an interesting test. I wish things worked out better at that time, but oh well. So here we are. This was done obviously to the whole hood. I'm just working on this section in the shot, but polished with Ultimate Compound on a orange Lake Country CCS pad. So here is Tough as Shell being applied, and very straightforward. Couple spritz your cloth so it doesn't dry it out, and extremely slick. I had to tape the towel over this section to do the next section because it was falling off. It was not staying on. Easy to go. Meguiar's, you're going to see the difference here. So you have to spray it directly to the panel, and I put 1 spritz into the cloth just so it didn't dry it off in the first bits. But you'll see how much back and forth you have to do. And this is at, I think, 4 times speed. So you can imagine, you can see the hood's deflecting as I press. That's from the pressure. But they do it with, you apply with 1, you wipe off with a 2nd, and it will go invisible as you start to work it, and it is extremely slick as well. As you can see, tape the towel down. But here's Hard as Shell again. Again, everything was shaking, everything's being applied to the same stuff. All cloth applications this time because it's how they all kind of were designed to be used, so I figured let's just stick to the script and do it that way. But yeah, so here is the 2 days later. So you've got Tough as Shell on the right, Meguiar's in the middle, and Hard as Shell on the left. Now, the car was driven the day after they were applied. It was still hot and dry, nothing got wet. But there was, again, we've got pollen going around, like the dusty kind, and it's just driving my sinuses nuts. But you'll notice a little later on, I pressure wash all the sections very close. Notice how the water behavior changes with that extra little bit of water scrub versus soap scrub. I don't like washing things, especially the Meguiar's product, within a week. I wouldn't want to wash it. But you can see the hydrophobics are quite good. Here's the up close cleaning. The Tough as Shell is quite good. Just a little bit of floody spots, but Meguiar's is a notch above both. Not a huge difference, but there is a difference. You can totally see it in person. And even Hard as Shell is doing pretty good. So maybe it was the heat. Maybe it just needed to be a little bit hotter. Like, I'm running a heater in here and I had it up to 80 degrees, but I guess it just, nothing beats old Mother Nature. But as you can see, the products are applied well. Everything's working well. So as far as this test is concerned, we should be good. And if anything happens after this, then it ain't my fault. Because as you can see, everything's working great. Panel was wiped properly with 3D panel wipe, polished, all that malarkey. So anyway, time for a conclusion. Okay, so that is our test, and that's the order. This guy, being right to left from the video. So as you can see, the application for Meguiar's is more convoluted, and doing a whole car would be a good bit more work than these two. Both these applied quite easily. They come off easily. They're slick. They don't have a strong smell, though neither does Meguiar's, but it is a more specific method, and the cloths have to go straight into detergent when you're done because it does harden, according to Meguiar's. I haven't tested it myself. It's kind of hard for me to do that, just because of the volume you use per cloth. So maybe in the future we'll put that to the test. We'll see how this test goes, let's put it that way. But there you go. It's been restarted for it's been a week since I filmed the wash, roughly. So yeah, we'll probably update in about a month. I don't know. I'm gonna be busy again coming up in August, so I'll try to update as I can. I've got more videos coming. The Cerakote coating, this guy, The static test panel is coming up on 2 months. So that will be the next update, probably within this week. Again, quartz light versus that. We're going to see how they've been holding up. They've been sitting outside. They've gone from 7 degrees Celsius all the way up to 35 degrees Celsius. Rain, sun, pollen, all of it. So we'll see how they're holding on. And that will be the next guy. But other than that, that's where we're at for now. Again, it's the starting video, so it's not a lot of drama. Everything looks kind of good. Everything's happy. But who knows how it'll be in a month or so. But we'll get there, and we'll make sure we get it to you. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. See you the next time.